This is Smokin Joe's Multi-Mania here at Absolutely Essendon headquarters. It's the round 19 game, the Bombers versus the Dogs, and we're feeling a little trepidation about this game, and certainly the comments received after our preview. There is a lot of trepidation about this game.
Nothing to worry about.
Really?
No, I'm telling you right now. I told you in the midweek preview that
you were looking at this game from as far back as the Geelong game. You weren't even really looking that much at the Geelong
to be
game.
honest, I tend to look at games a year out.
Do you?
And when
You're a big forecaster.
Maybe not a year, but certainly 20-odd rounds out. And I've got to tell you, when I saw this game come up in the fixtures...
Right, you put it down?
I was pretty confident.
Really?
Yeah, and I remain very confident. So...
Really? Okay. Well,
let's see what you've got this week, Joe, because we had a bit of a shocker last week.
Well, I don't know. Shocker might be just
we lost our money.
Little harsh. All right,
yeah.
we got 3. If you went the reduced multi that I suggested, it was 3 out of 4 legs.
Well, did you?
If you add in the...
I don't think you'd fit as a reduced
multi.
No,
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, no, I said you can go the 4 legs, or if you want to be wild, go Essendon for the win and really add the multiplication
But
factor.
if they'd gone the reduced one, how would they have gone?
Yeah, still blowing you down.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right, fair enough. All
right.
right.
I'm just pointing it out.
Just trying to
don't shoot me.
Build up the drama.
So anyway, we've got a lot of ground to make up this week.
We got 3 out of the 5 last week. Yes, we got a lot of ground to make up. We're back at Marvel Stadium, where we did win last time against the Crows, a 10-1 multi.
I don't think we've lost at Marvel this year. Have we? I don't think we have. Someone can tell me. We lost to Port Adelaide. No, Port Adelaide was at the MCG.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've won 8 out of our last 9 at Marvel.
Okay, well, that's not too bad, is it?
It's not too shabby.
Yeah.
So
it's better than Cardinia Park.
But we haven't played there on a Friday night in a while.
Do you think the night makes a difference?
Yeah.
Do you think that we might have stage fright? Because you're a big rat for this big Friday night extravaganza, right?
Yeah,
the show thing that you talk about.
Yeah, because the boys know that the ratings figures are high on a Friday night, so maybe some of them,
a lot of eyes on them.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe they just spend a little too long in the mirror. I'm not sure, but the stakes are high.
They are.
For that. And for the Dons, we're chasing 13 wins, let's face it. With percentage, the way it sits with all the teams, we need another 4 wins.
Well, again, based on what we said earlier in the week, the games happening around us, a lot of our immediate rivals, rivals for top 8 positions, are playing some pretty easy fixtures this week.
Yeah.
I mean, no game's easy, but they're in the box seat, put it that way.
They are.
So a loss this weekend would probably make things pretty hard. Not probably, it would make things pretty hard for us to get to the finals.
Yes, because what it does is it puts pressure on in those games where you think you're sort of in a better position, let's say, against North.
So we'd have to win 4 out of 5, basically, if we lost tonight.
Yes, that's right. And that, I don't care who you're playing, that's
hard.
That's back up against the wall stuff. And so
Fair enough.
Tonight, the stakes are incredibly, incredibly high. And so when it comes to this multi, I'm almost sort of tempted... We'll go to the ins and outs, but I'm almost tempted to say, let's just do a multi around the Bulldogs. Just put the Bond 25 plus, that Waitman, 2 goals, Bailey Dale, get a stack of possessions.
Aaron Norton, 6 goals.
Yeah, and then, you know what? And then...
Libba, 400 tackles.
Just hope that Essendon wins and use that as a sacrificial lamb.
You know what I mean? You're playing mind games here, right? How does that... So we win the multi...
Yeah, no, we lose the multi. Yeah, lose the multi.
Win.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I like that. We did that a few weeks back, didn't we?
No, we've never. I said against Port,
that's
you probably just quietly might want to go Butters 25 plus, and you might want to,
That's right.
They all would have paid off. Anyway,
true. All right, so
but we don't want to do that now because that really spoils the whole
I think
point
everyone's
of this.
interested in the Bombers.
All right,
that's our thing. That's our shtick.
Let's do the ins and outs. Can you cover those? And,
sure, I'd love to.
If there were any surprises.
Well, I don't think there was. Based on what we said earlier in the week, we got our early selections quite correct.
Yeah.
So Cox is in.
Cox in.
Thank God for that. It's been a while since we've had Cox in. And I'm not going down that path again.
Don't do that, mate. Although we appreciated that someone got the...
Rene, we salute you.
Yes,
and Phillips, of course, back from his week off from suspension.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to say I think there will be a late change. Laverde, I don't think is going to get up, and Baldwin, I note, has been named as an emergency.
Right.
So I think if you're naming Baldwin as an emergency, there is some doubt around Laverde.
Right, okay.
So if that's the case, then we've, again, come home with the Nostradamus call, and we got it absolutely correct.
Right, okay.
Going out
right.
is
very good.
very sadly for a lot of people, including Mrs. Wiedemann, is Sam, son of Sam. Sam is out.
Right.
And I'm not sure when we'll see him back, but he's certainly going to go fishing this week and won't be playing for the Dons.
No.
And we've also got to say goodbye to Jai Menzies.
He did kick a goal last week.
Yeah, that's a surprise, that one.
Yeah. I mean, and last week, let's face it, it was all single goal kickers for the Dons, and so he did as good as anybody on that front.
That's a tremendous effort against the Cats. I wonder, though, I think he might come in as a sub, but we'll see.
Okay.
And then you've got the Bulldogs. We mentioned
Bailey.
Bailey.
What about Hind?
Hind is listed as a sub, but I tend to think they'll give him a run in the reserves or the seconds or whatever they call them.
Okay.
So he keeps his match fitness up.
All right, the Dogs.
So the Dogs, you've got Bailey Smith come back in, which we talked about, the luxurious mullet himself. Hamis, I think that's how you pronounce it, is it? Hamis. Yeah. And we've got Bruce. That's his last name, not his first.
It's his last name,
I don't like names where you've got a Christian name on the end. It's always...
Yeah,
I can never remember which one's which.
The old 2 first name combination. Yeah. Well,
Throws
it's
me.
highly prevalent. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan either.
And it would be remarkable if his first name was in fact Bruce, but it's not. But Bruce is in, and Baker.
Yeah, I have no idea who he is.
Absolutely no clue.
And I don't really care.
And this is taking way too long, so I'm just going to run through their outs. Williams, Darcy, Garcia, and the leprechaun himself, O'Donnell.
Is he from Barcelona?
No, he's from Dublin, I would think.
All right, okay. Oh, the God.
All right,
okay.
so back to you.
So, yes, the Dogs are fairly firm favourites against...
Just can't believe that.
Against us. Yeah. I'm quite intrigued by that. I thought it would be sort of just quite even, because I feel like that's how the game will be. But no, the Smarties are saying, put your money on the Dogs.
We're not trustworthy, that's the problem.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been talking about Essendon and trustworthiness all year, but let's try and get 5 selections up. I'm going to start this week, in a break with tradition, I'm going to start with goal kickers, okay? Now, I don't know whether it's going to be the same level of a shootout that it was against the Crows. Don't know whether the Dogs' style, they might sort of...
Well, they have a record of slamming on goals against us at Marvel, so...
all right. Well, people are still hurting.
They're a fast-scoring side.
You don't want to bring that up again. No. But we don't want to talk about them kicking goals, us. Let's talk about 2-metre Peter. Mm-hmm. Can he kick goals? If he does, he kicked 3 last time, 3 goals, 3. If he does, what are you feeling?
Against Adelaide, you mean? He kicked for
3 goals, 3. Yes, sorry, last time at Marvel.
Yeah, because he kicked 7 goals against the Bulldogs a couple of seasons ago. I think it was around round 20 or 21.
Yeah, but let's not live in the past.
Well, it just says to me that, the Bulldogs have a susceptibility down back.
Right.
They are not a big defence. And a guy like Peter Wright with, 2.03 metres is a real threat to them. And I'd be pretty confident he's going to have a good night.
Okay.
Do you want to know how good?
I want to know how
I thought
good.
You would. I'm going to say I believe he's good for at least 4 goals in this game.
He's good
Well,
for
he
4
kicked
goals.
3 goals, 3 against Adelaide.
Sure.
Who I would say have got a much better defence than the Western Bulldogs.
Right.
And with Wiedemann out, it actually opens up that forward line a little bit more for him to be the main man. So
less clutter.
Well, I'm not actually. Wiedemann probably wasn't any threat to his goal scoring, was he? But anyway, so there will be a little more room down forward.
Okay, all right.
So
4 goals. 4 goals.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I mean that's paying a very good price.
How much is that paying?
Well, it's $4. I think I'm going to put down 3 goals. Okay?
$1 per goal.
3. Let's just put him down for 3.
What you don't?
Okay?
You don't trust me either. You don't trust Essendon, and you don't trust me.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fine. So I'm going to put him down for 3. Well,
all right. No, let's do that because
you feel if you want to follow DT, you go for.
We have a responsibility.
Well, I think we do. I think we do. Okay, but interestingly, it's a very big difference in price between 3 goals and 4 goals.
What's the 3 goal pay?
$2.15. Right. So let's go to Langford. I like to think that he's good for a couple. Do you agree?
I do.
Okay. All right. Well, then that's easy.
I mean, you asked, I'm answering.
Okay, good. Yep. All right. Well, okay, so let's just tentatively put those
So we got
down.
2 options for the goal kickers.
We do.
Are we going to make a call on that, or we'll wait to the end?
These are sort of for multiple goal kickers.
All right,
yes.
fine.
Okay. Now, also, I want to throw in a couple in the mix. Anytime goal kickers. Anytime.
Well,
now, I want to see if we can find some value. Who would you think that? I mean, obviously you've got Stringer there, and he didn't.
Okay.
I know he did kick one last week, but he's not value because he's not having a super year. Let's face it. So you've got your likes of Martin. Who are you feeling?
Look, I agree with Stringer. I think he's had a pretty good year, but not the year that we're used to. He hasn't been quite the spectacular package that we're used to. He's been solid though, and a much more team-oriented player. But I think he's carrying an injury.
Oh, really?
And
that would kind of make sense.
Yeah. It also makes a mockery of Brad's comments about we're not going to play injured players. I think we're playing a few injured players at the moment. Anyway,
but hang on. But that's just your theory, and then you're mocking the coach for.
Evolution's a theory.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Relativity's a theory.
All right. Okay. All right.
My Brad Scott call is a theory. They're all good.
Okay. All right.
Well, some might disagree with me on evolution, but you'll be able to follow our Absolutely Religion show, which is coming up soon, and we'll talk about that.
It is to be released soon.
Anytime goal kicker.
Yes.
Because we've got to keep this one short today. I'm going to throw a couple of curveballs at you.
Right.
And you tell me. I know you normally suggest a name, but I'm going to suggest a couple.
All right.
With the 2 rucks, Phillips and Bryan coming in and Wiedemann going out, I think Phillips will spend a bit of time in the forward line in a resting ruck, second tall forward.
Having a breather?
Breather of sorts.
Pulling out a cigar?
Possibly. Pulling up the sofa. I'm going to say Phillips for a goal.
Okay.
The other one I'd like to throw at you is young Hobgoblin.
The Hobgoblin.
Hobbsy. Because I think he's always good for a goal at Marvel.
Yeah.
And he's an accurate kick.
He's a very accurate kick.
What are those 2 guys paying for an anytime goal?
They are. One second. Ooh, Phillips $3. Oh, very
fantastic.
Good value. Very good value. Hobbs $2.55. So
either
one of those will inject incredible
Well, I'm going to let
value.
you make the call on that. I've given my rationale, so
all right.
Over to you.
Let me mull on that. Let's go to disposal getters. Again, there's no value in the 15 plus. In the 25 plus with Darcy and Merritt. Darcy last week sort of, just got 24 disposals.
Which is not a bad effort.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Merritt less. It was in last week.
Did nothing with them. But,
All right now. Heppel was our top disposal gatherer last week, interestingly.
For the team, we didn't have Heppel last week, though.
We did.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah, we did. No, we nailed it.
We're so right so often.
I know.
It's
incredible. It's hard to get used to. But it's again, my theory about going back to the well too many times. You can only do that before they slip up. But this week to throw
another theory.
I'm going to throw into the mix. We're full of theories here.
Yeah. No substance.
Theory of everything. Okay.
Yes.
Martin.
This is for 20 plus.
20 plus. Yes.
Okay.
In terms of the role against the Bulldogs, think about that.
Sure.
Heppel again.
Do you want me to comment or just think about it?
No, I'm going to put them all in the new Heppel and then Redmond. I think he also could have a busy night, busy Friday night down at the Marvel.
He's had a busy year.
He certainly has. But with him, the injury, given that last week.
Yeah, right.
And when someone's got a niggle, I'm just worried.
What was the injury? Do we know?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't remember.
Well, he's in the team, so let's assume he's playing. I think, Martin, Heppel, Redmond. If I was to pick one there, honestly, I think I'd go Martin in this game. I think, the speed of the game, the nature of the 2 sides, his position on the field, he's going to see a fair bit of the ball.
Yeah, okay.
That's my thinking. But, the other 2 certainly are absolutely in the running for 20 plus.
Right, okay. Yeah. Well, I would say of those, the Redmond injury, but I'm assuming... and Heppel's just been so consistent.
Can we have your answer, please?
Okay. Martin and Heppel again.
You're going to go there for 20 plus?
I think so. Right. But by the time we throw this video up, I may have changed my mind. But
I'm going to go Dyson's actually come out and started talking about next year.
Has he?
Yeah, interestingly, he's
that is interesting.
He's floating the question about, he's enjoying his football a lot at the moment. And,
so he's sowing the seeds.
He'd be open to perhaps looking at another year, and I think someone made the comment, Dyson, it's not your decision to make. Unfortunately. But we appreciate you putting your hand up either way.
Who made that comment?
There's some rude person.
No, you mean just
Brad
down
Scott.
in the... Oh, okay. All right.
No, it wasn't Brad. But it was just, Heppel that's putting his hand up basically saying, I think he deserves one more year, to be perfectly honest with you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you. The way he has just been... I think he's been incredibly valuable. Yeah. Incredibly valuable. Okay, so to recap, I think if we go...
I don't think Dylan Shield deserves another year. But
no. Oh, okay. Oh, that's another episode. Martin and Heppel in for 20-plus disposals. Peter Wright for 3 goals. Langford for 2.
Yep.
That comes to around, roughly around.
Now, remember last time we kind of got the numbers a little bit.
Yeah, okay, but that's because the bookmaker that we used for the odds, I didn't realise would screw us with the correlation algorithm, which basically
I don't think anyone knows what that means.
It just means that they adjust the odds to rip you off.
Okay, so basically, what they're saying is if you have a game where Merritt and Parish get 25 plus, the likelihood of an Essendon win is going to be higher, although the odds don't reflect that on an isolated basis.
Yes.
And if you carry the 4?
You lose the 2.
That is another theory, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. But yes, basically they adjust the odds.
Which is cheating, really, isn't it?
I really think so. Yeah. I really think so.
But if Sportsbet want to come to us and talk about a sponsorship, we will rescind that comment.
Yes, we will. And we'll take it back and delete this video forever.
For sure.
Recap. Martin and Heppel for 20-plus possessions. Peter Wright for 3 goals. Go 4 if you really agree with him.
I'm keen on 4, but I get
Langford for 2. That alone comes to $6.50. If you want to throw in an anytime goal kicker wild card, then you go either Hobbs or Phillips, and that's going to blow out to about $16, $18 multi. We'll leave it up to you. Yeah. What you want to do.
We'll put that in the. We'll put up a graphic with the 4 legs and a optional 5th leg.
Could you? Could we?
Being either Phillips or Hobbs.
That would be great.
Corresponding.
Is there anything we need to say to round off this
other
Friday night game?
Other than good luck,
multi.
Gamble responsibly. We say it every time, and we know quite a few of our viewers have gone bankrupt. Listening to our advice.
Well,
please don't.
To be fair, I think we've only done 4 and we had a $110 winner. So we are technically in front on a level stakes scenario.
A lot of people missed that week, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But hopefully we'll have a good win in the game, and hopefully you guys will have a good win with the multi.
Yeah, and if we can have both, that'd be sweet. That'd be some sweet-ass Friday night action.
Yeah. Good weekend. Kick-off, isn't it?
It is. If we lose, boy, a nasty few weeks ahead.
Well, there's always the Ashes to watch, and that's going horrible as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Fantastic. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you soon.
Once again, really appreciate anyone watching this far into the episode.
It's been long.
We will be back soon.
See you later.
Thanks again for watching.
Bye.
See
ya.
Go the Dons.